Hi there, this is Galen Martling. Today I'm sharing Unity Stamp Company stamps and dies. I'm going to make this woodland scene. It's actually a lake scene and it's a Christmas card also. I'm going to show how I do all the process. So for the stamping, I have Unity's Woodland Layers stamps. I also have Say It Big Holiday coordinating dies and the same kit in the stamps that I'm going to use. I'm going to use Heart of Christmas stamps as well for just a tiny word in there that I used. So now I'm going to go ahead and start layering onto a pre-trimmed card front panel the woodland tree scene. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment on a separate piece of paper there. And I use inks by My Favorite Things in different shades of green and blue and teal colors or turquoise colors. So now I'm going to go with 2 passes using the ink stamping with the trees. Then I just go ahead and clean the stamp off and pick another layer. This comes with, I think, 4 tree layers that you can choose to build your scene with. So before I add the second layer, I wanted to go ahead and heat set that green. I'm going to make an ink blended area of blue, and that's going to mimic a lake, sort of a lake scene in between 2 rows of trees. And so I'm going to go ahead and ink blend that using an ink blending brush. And then I'm going to add another layer of trees. I go ahead and I just see where the line is to make sure that I'm covering all the open space on the left side, leaving some blue on the right side. I tested it a little bit with just a little bit of green, and that's right where I want it lined up. And so now I go ahead and finish putting that lighter shade of green onto this row of trees, the second strip there that's included. So I added a lighter green in the background. And so now you can see that little peak of a lake in there. That's just what I wanted, just a hint of a lake scene in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and heat set that as well. And I'm going to add a little bit of a sky and a different shade of blue. I'm going to ink blend the blue right over those top layer of the green trees there. And I just want it to be a little bit darker at the bottom and lighter, sort of an ombre look. I'm not going to color the whole top of the card panel. I'm just going to blend it into that white area. So it's going to be blue, sort of, fading into the white. Now I'm going to add a sentiment as well. So before I do that, I'm going to add these birds. That's included with these trees. I love it. You can make beautiful scenes with the trees and the birds. I mean, the sky's the limit really on how you can use these stamps. You can cover the whole card if you want. I just wanted a hint of it at the bottom there. Now I'm going to layer. I pre-die cut the Mary and the Mary layer on the bottom there. That's with the coordinating dies for the Say It Big Holiday. And you go ahead and you layer those 2. I use Gina K Designs Connect Glue for both the background and the tiny layers there of the sentiment. And I just kind of take off any excess glue that might run over. And I place that to the side there on the card front. Now I have this tiny word that I'm die cutting out. It's the word Christmas, so I am going to use that also. So I put foam tape on the back of this top panel, peel it off, and so that it has a little depth there. I just place that Mary layer right on top of the card base. I figure out where I want to put that sentiment. I figured right at the bottom looks the best. So I put a little bit of the Gina K Designs glue there and use tweezers to place that sentiment right there underneath the Mary. And there you go, Merry Christmas. It's sort of a non-traditional Christmas card, but I love it. It's pretty. Thanks so much for watching. Please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share if you will. Have a great day.